An organized creative is a dangerous creative because when you get organized, when you actually have your shit together, you become so dangerous to anyone who's ever told you that you couldn't do this, that your dreams were impossible, and that you were better off getting a real job. And you'll also become dangerous, more importantly, to this starving artist mindset that is so prevalent in our community that tries to have us believe that you cannot both be creative and a competent business owner. Most creatives spend their lives drowning in confusion, scrambling to figure out what to post, and completely in the dark on how to hit their income goals. But by the end of this video, that won't be you. You will have 3 vital systems in place that will make you dangerously organized. And thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. This first system is something most creatives just completely ignore, and it's costing them, it is costing you thousands of dollars every single month. Because if you want to know the secret to making more in your business, earning more, getting more revenue while working less, here it is, I'll tell you. Talk to your customers more. Talk to your existing customers more. It can be a text, an email, a DM, whatever it is, but most creatives make a sale and then do nothing. There is no follow-up. There is no, hey, how are you liking this? You are leaving so much money on the table if you are able to get repeat customers in your business. That is so powerful. Do you know how easy it is? How much easier it is, at least, to convince someone who has already purchased from you once to do so again, compared to a stranger? An order of magnitude difference, okay? It's so much different. It is so much easier. So engage with these past customers. Treat them well. See where they're at, see what they love, get their feedback on your work, and if it's the right moment, and you have the right offer for them, show up in their inbox or, their DMs, wherever, and say, hey, I know you purchased this thing. I hope that you're loving it still. If you want to, here is this other offer that I think would genuinely be perfect for you. And let me just walk you through how I actually do this automatically in my own business. So I do an automated version of this, basically, where I have a simple email marketing system that lets me reconnect with these past customers kind of on autopilot. So whenever someone buys something, a few things happen. Number 1, they get tagged with a little identifier basically based on what they purchased. And number 2, depending on what they ordered, they might get emails from me saying, how to get the most out of their order, how to take care of it, how to use it appropriately, kind of stuff like that, right? And this tag system is really powerful. This lets me reach out to these customers based on what they've purchased very intentionally. When I am running a sale on an item they haven't purchased yet, I can say, hey, I'm running this sale. Here's this item. I think you're going to love this. It dovetails perfectly into this thing because of this reason. Or if I have a new offer that I think they would love, I just let them know. They get a customized email that is a little bit different than my normal email newsletter, a little more tailored, and it works. These emails convert way better than normal social media posts and even normal emails to my whole list. This one simple thing makes a huge difference. And if you wanted to, you could automate this entirely, right? You could say, okay, if someone purchases this product, they get this email sequence that will hopefully pitch them this other product. And you can just kind of have this system that's selling your work basically on autopilot. And you can make them super custom, tailored to you, right? They don't have to be cookie cutter, super sleazy sales emails. You can make them value packed and fun and have personality. But this one thing running in the background in your business, even just knowing in general who on your email list has purchased what, is so helpful. Because let's say that I do run that sale on some item, right? But some people have already purchased it. I don't want them to get some random email they don't need. So I can remove that group of people from getting that one email. That way you bother your list less with unnecessary emails that's not relevant to them. You'll keep your open rates really high this way. My email list has a consistent 40 to 50% open rate. That in the industry is kind of crazy. Normally it's 20%, if that, honestly. And this makes a massive difference in your business. And you don't have to do this. This is not mandatory. But I do genuinely think that if you're not doing this, you are leaving some money on the table. People like your work. That's why they bought it in the first place. reminding them that you have other stuff is not being annoying, it's not being selfish, it's not being greedy, it is being good at your job. You are running a business, right? Like businesses exist to make money. So we have to think about ways that we can do this in a way that feels good and authentic. And I genuinely think that this system can be so, so powerful. So I hope that you give it a try. But if you automate all of this, you're going to have a new problem, which is that if you don't know what your goal is in terms of how many things that you actually have to sell, you're kind of flying blind. This next system is a thing that I have been doing in one form or another for genuinely years, and I think it was one of the biggest reasons why I was able to go full time in just 2 years and make six figures in three. One thing to know about me is that I am constitutionally a very anxious person, okay? Like, I am not low stress. I am not chill. I wish I was chill. I really, really do. I am the kind of person where if I have anxiety, I will make a list, I will make a flowchart, I'll make a spreadsheet. I will do any of that to solve my problem. I will address the anxiety. I want it gone, right? And when I was in college and thinking about trying to go full time as a creative, I was so stressed out about it. I was unbelievably stressed out about it. I've been posting consistently on socials for almost a year, and graduation was like on the horizon, right? Like I was gonna have to figure out something, and I wanted to make this work, but I had no idea how I was gonna do it. I wanted to take the leap, but I felt genuinely so unsure. No one in my life was able to give me a roadmap, right? So I did a thing that, looking back, I think changed the trajectory of my life kind of forever. I made a plan. I made a very simple plan of how much money I would make from where, right? I would sell this many prints at this price point and make that much. I would sell this many brand deals at this price point and make that much. I would sell, freelance work at this dollars an hour and make that much. And I was just, I made the plan. Did I follow that plan exactly? No, of course not. I did not predict the future, but doing the math, just simple addition and multiplication. I was not good at math in school, trust me. Like I was so bad at it. But anyone can do this. Anyone can do this. And all you have to do is just sit down and crunch the numbers. And I promise when you do, it will feel so much more achievable. You will turn this impossible dream of making, $50,000 a year, six figures, seven even, who cares? You will turn that impossible dream into something that feels tangible. It will feel real because you'll see the exact roadmap on how you're going to do it, or at least a way that you could do it. So I want you to create a super simple roadmap for yourself. And we're going to do this together right now. If you are noping out here, if you do not want to do all of this math yourself, I will leave a free resource in the description that will do all of this math for you. So let's look at an example. Let's say that you want to make 100K this year, and all you want to do is sell a $500 course. Okay, let's say that was your business, and that's the only product, the only revenue stream you want to have. That's awesome. Like we can do that. That is possible. If we break that down, you would have to sell 17 copies of that course every single month. That's roughly a sale every other day or so, right? 17. Okay. Do you think that you could find 17 customers every month? I believe in you. I think that you could do that. And I want you to notice what I just did there. I did not tell you the total number of customers that you will have to have over the course of the entire year. That's not what I just did. I said 17 every month. 17 every month. That is not a massive number. It's also a sales quota. It's a benchmark. It's a metric. It's a substantive, objective thing that you can track, and you'll know exactly where you're at in terms of how to meet your goals. That one thing. This is so powerful, and no one does this. It's crazy. So please do this, like seriously. And if you are thinking to yourself, oh man, I have suddenly realized that I need to post way more, that what you are currently doing is not enough, that's where the next system comes into play. But before we do that, I want to briefly thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. So I make small adjustments to my branding literally all the time. I can never commit to fonts or colors. I am always making tiny little changes, and that's where Squarespace makes things really easy. I can change the entire color palette of my site in just a few clicks. I can add new pages on the fly. I can change the entire layout of my website by just dragging and dropping elements around. I have been using Squarespace for over 5 years, and it's really a platform that grows with you. As your own business grows and you need more features like advanced e commerce tools or email marketing or course hosting, even, Squarespace is there for you. Everything is well built out, looks amazing, and is ready to go. And if you're not like me and you hate the idea of building a site from scratch, their award winning templates look amazing on day one. So, if you want to give it a try, go to squarespace.com/Kelsey Rodriguez or use my code Kelsey Rodriguez for 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. And now back to the video. And while doing the math can be really eye-opening, it's often also a little disheartening because we realize that we have to post more in order to reach our goals, and the idea of posting more is a non-starter. You are already overwhelmed. Adding more to your plate feels impossible. I get that. And that's where the final system comes in. I want you to start batching content production and to build a library of reusable footage. Batching can have a bad name, but it has completely changed how I run my business in the past 6 months. I'm really trying to scale to 300K a year this year, and I think batching is how I'm going to get there. The basic concept of batching is to turn your marketing into kind of an assembly line, grouping similar tasks together so that you can complete them more efficiently, which I get does not sound insanely creative, but hear me out. If you batch similar types of tasks in your business, like answering admin emails or writing scripts or video editing, you can stay in a flow state for longer. You are not constantly switching between different kinds of tasks, which reduces the cognitive load and the frustration that you're experiencing on a daily basis. And in my experience, this means I can get more done in less time and reserve big swaths of my calendar for uninterrupted creative work. Let's take a look at my YouTube production flow as an example of how batching actually works in practice. So, during the weekdays, I reserve blocks on my calendar, often entire days, for ideating and scripting these videos. Then I film on the weekends, which I don't love, but it's the only time there is not crazy construction noise in my office right now, so usually I can film 2 or even 3 videos in one day. And once the filming is done, that all gets sent off to a video editor. And this combination of batching and, delegation too, has meant that I am always ahead on content. A few weeks ago, I had four videos in the post-production pipeline at one time. That is a record for me. That is so amazing. I have never in my life been that far ahead. So if you want to start with batching, my number one suggestion would be to start with the work that you hate the most. For me, this is without a doubt answering emails. I hate answering emails. I hate them so much. Maybe for you it's different, right? Maybe for you it's video editing, or it could be filming or brainstorming content ideas. Like whatever it is, whatever you are constantly frustrated by, group that all together. Make a whole day of it, right? Like just condense all of the suffering into one big block of sadness and get results. Because you will have to suffer actually less. Why are people honking? Oh my god. Group it all together, right? Like make a day of it, make it special. Go to your favorite cafe or get a fancy lunch or do something to make it fun for you. But group those things together and you will find that you can get more done in less time. And a really common objection that folks have to batching in general is that it just won't work for their type of content, their type of creative work, right? They say, Kelsey, I get that this works for you, but it can't work for me because I create handmade stuff every single time. I want to have a new thing to post, or I'm an animator, or I'm a ceramic artist, or I want to share my process, and I want to share new work every time that I post. And that's true. Batching the way that I do it won't work for you, but that does not mean that we can't take the same principles of this concept and find a way to make them work in your business. So, one thing that I want to point out here is that if you do not have a library of footage and photos and creative assets in your business, you should. You really, really should. This is an organized library of footage and creative assets. Think Photos of finished pieces, clips of your creative process, nice B-roll, testimonial photos that you can reuse at any moment. A mistake that I see folks making all the time is thinking that everything always has to be hard, that they can't repost a painting from 6 months ago because someone might notice, as if the dozen they already have are, insufficient in some way. Because the truth is that your business can be as easy or as hard as you want it to be. If you want content creation to be easy, you can make it easy. The best creatives on the planet, the ones that have the success and the lives that you are dreaming of, they reuse footage all the time. They view the videos they're taking and the photos they're taking as leverageable assets, as a library of things they can reuse later. And that is how they are able to jump on trends so quickly. And if you build up this library over time, if you spend years on this, you will have hundreds and thousands of photos to use. So it won't feel very repetitive for your audience. It'll be fresh and new and fun when you have new stuff, but you'll also be able to be consistent even when you don't have new things to share. So as you move through life this week, I want you to think about the ways that you can make business easy. These systems that you can build that will work with you, not against you, to help you post more often and make more money. I will link that free tool that I mentioned in the description, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.